Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TK Maths is Fun. In today's video, we will see two challenging questions of the topic vector, which is a part of the syllabus of additional mathematics O level. And if you want to watch more videos, you can visit my website address and my blog address, which is given here. It's not only the solution of the problem, but also a detailed explanation of the concept, so you are able to solve the other questions on the same topic. So let's begin with the question. First part of the question is saying find the unit vector in this direction of in the direction of 5i minus 15j. Now you just need to remember here the unit vector formula, which is vector divided by its magnitude. So vector is given to us, we will find out its magnitude, and we have seen already in the video how to find out the magnitude. This square plus this square under root, simple. And then I'm plugging in this formula. I've taken 5 common out from here, so it is I minus 3j. And this magnitude is 5 root 10, 5 will cancel out. So I'm left with this. This is my unit vector in the direction of 5i minus 15j. Second part of the question, which is at times challenging for students, the position vector of A and B is given to you here, and a relationship between ACB point is given to you here with respect to ratio. Now, if you see C is a common point, which is giving a clear hint that it is on the same straight line. I mean, these 3 points are on the same straight line. So if I just explain this with the help of this line, it means AC is double of CB. Or I can say AC is 2/3 of AB. So it is up to you which relation you use. So you can use, for example, AC is equals to 2 times of CB, or you can use AC is equals to 2/3 of AB, and then you can get position vector C from there, right? Because question is saying find the position vector of C relative to O. It means you have to find out the vector OC, right? So with the help of this information, you can get OC. So I have taken here this one just for the sake of challenging, because the students find fraction, dealing with fraction a little difficult. Now after writing AC is equals to 2/3 of AB, I can break it up into position vectors. And we know it is second minus first. We have seen in the previous videos why it is. You can see in the description, or you can see on the website address those videos. So it is second minus first, which is OC minus OA. And here it will be OB minus OA. After that, I will plug in the values. And before that, I will bring OA to this side, because this is a common vector. So I will simplify it first. So after simplifying here, because minus 2 upon 3 and plus 1 is 1 upon 3. So this is how I'm getting 1 upon 3. And I have substituted the vector OA and OB here. And I got vector OC 9 minus 3. So it is basically 9i minus 3j if you want to write in this form. The next part of the question is saying the point D lies on OB such that OD is equals to OD ratio OB is 1:, lambda, and DC is given to you. Now what comes in your mind? This information is given and you have to find the value of lambda. Again, it will be helpful if I make a connection and break this up into position vectors. So now, just have drawn diagram here for your understanding, because D lies on OB, so I have just roughly drawn here, not drawn to scale, because I don't know the value of lambda as yet. So from DC, if I break this up into position vector, it will be second minus first, OC minus OD. Now after that, we will plug in the values here. We have just found OC and we know DC, right? And what is your OD? What is OD is given to you? OD is equals to 1 upon lambda OB. How did I get this? If you see from here, you can write OD upon OB is equals to 1 upon lambda, right? If you write it in this form. So your OD is equals to 1 upon lambda times OB. So this is how I have gotten this information of vector OD, and I have replaced it here. And then OB is given to me. What is given to me OB in the previous part? Here is OB given to you. So you can plug in this value. So now this side you have 6, 1.25, and here you have this vector. You can simplify it and equate them. So what you get from numerator, if you see, 6 minus 9, I have written here, sorry. I have written here, so 1 upon lambda multiplied by 12 is 12 upon lambda. And then simple calculation, you will get the value of lambda. You want to get the value of lambda from this part, you can do that also. It will be 1.25 is equals to minus 3 minus lambda upon 7. You will get the same value of lambda. You can try it. So with this, we end this question, and let's see the next question, which is November 19, variant 2-3, question 9. In this question, diagram is given to you, and position vector of A, B, C are given to you here. OA is A, OB, so it means OB, this is actually equals to 2B, and this OA is actually A, and this whole OC is 3A. So if this whole is 3A, right? Let me just write here separately here. So it means this has ratio 1 and this has ratio 2. Agreed? Okay. So now see what we have to do. Given that AX is equals to lambda AD, and I have to find out vector OX in terms of lambda A and B. So it's very obvious that I need to break this up into position vector. So it will be OX minus OA, second minus first. And this will be OD minus OA. So after breaking it up, you bring OA to this side because it is common, and then substitute the values, right? So by the way, this OD is not given here. So I have explained to you here that this OD, let me just draw here, for example, from here, for example, this OD is equals to OC, if I draw the line from here, some other color, OC plus CD. This is what I have written here, right? And CD is what? How did I get this CD? I have written 3A plus B. CD is given to you in the question, right? So this is how I have gotten this piece of information here. And I have to find out OX in terms of lambda A and B. So I need to simplify it further. Simple calculation, vector A and B are my main vectors, which are non-parallel. So I will write terms in term of A and B. So whatever is the coefficient of A and whatever is the coefficient of B. Here I would like to say one thing. Students usually make mistake and they don't know what to take common out, because at a glance it seems I can take common lambda out as well, and I can take common A out as well. Those who will take lambda out, they will get it like this. But please remember, you are expressing in terms of A and B are your two non-parallel vectors. So the coefficient should be with A and B, not with lambda, right? That will help you to solve the later part. Even if somebody does this by mistake, later he will realize that he has to change this into this form, right? Now the next part of the question is saying, given that Bx is equals to mu Bc, and you have to express OX in terms of mu and AB. So you see, again, you have to express OX, but now in terms of mu and AB. Here you have expressed in terms of lambda AB. We will do the same thing. We will break it up into position vector, second minus first, second minus first. So OC minus OB and OX minus OB. I'll bring it here, this side, and I will substitute the values here. OB is equals to 2B and 1 minus mu. Now again, if you see, I have not taken mu common out. I have taken in terms of A and B. The reason is, if I see the coefficient of B is now 2, 1 minus mu, and coefficient of A is 3 mu, right? So that is important because now I have OX in terms of lambda AB and mu AB. And last part of the question is saying find out the value of lambda and mu. So since your two vectors are identical, you can equate them. So once you will equate them, now you can compare the coefficient of vector A and coefficients of vector B. So vector A coefficient is A plus 2 lambda, and here it is 3 mu. So I can say A plus 2 lambda equals to 3 mu. Similarly, when I will compare the coefficient of vector B, it is lambda is equals to 2 times 1 minus mu. And then I will solve them simultaneously, right? Substitute the value, like this value of lambda I'm plugging in here. You can see here. Let me change the color. Okay. And then I will get the value of mu. After getting the value of mu, you can plug in here and solve it and get the value of lambda. So I hope you understood this question, and the last part of the question is about the ratio. Interesting part. Find the ratio AX over AD, and this part is usually of 1 mark, right? Now we will see if it is 1 mark, what information do you have here? This was the diagram, right? And the value of lambda you have gotten 4 upon 7. So if I see AX is equals to lambda time AD. This is given to you in the question. You don't need to brainstorm here. It is given to you here, I think. Here it is. AX is equals to lambda times AD. This information was given to you here. Even if it is not given to me here, I can see here AX is equals to 4 upon 3 of XT. Yes or no? It is obvious. Or AX is equals to 4 upon 7 of AD, because AD is 7 parts, right? Ratio wise. So you can write down here, and after that, by the way, this information I have written here, seeing the answer. So earlier this information was not given to you here, right? So you are writing the value of lambda and then you are filling it up. I hope it is clear to you. So now you can write down the ratios here. AX has ratio 4 and XD has ratio 3. So I'm repeating if you have gotten confused here, for example, because this was not given to you in the question, right? You have only found the value of lambda in the previous part, and this relation is given to you in the question. So that's why you are filling it up, that your AX is equals to 4 part, and this whole is 7 parts from here. So this is 3. So this is how we are completing the ratios. So with this, the question ends, and thank you very much for watching the video. Please press like and subscribe button and share it with your friends if think they can also learn from it. Take care. Allah Hafiz.